General Motors is connecting 7 more deaths to a faulty ignition switch on many of its cars. The automaker is now doubling the size of a recall, and as Jeff Glor reports, the company admits it made mistakes. Jeff, good morning.
Charlie, good morning to you. 1.6 million vehicles now, and the nation's largest automaker has issued a public apology. Why? The problem was first discovered in 2004. The recalls came in 2014. 13 deaths and 31 crashes have been linked now to this ignition issue, including this one. In 2006, a Chevy Cobalt went off the road in rural Wisconsin. 18-year-old Natasha Weigel and 15-year-old Amy Rademacher died. Amy's mother, Margie.
There was no reason for Tasha and Amy to die.
We've got questions that aren't answered, and we were hoping that maybe this is some of our answers.
GM says that a heavy key ring or sudden jarring can switch some cars off. That means no engine power, no power steering or brakes, and the airbags don't work. 12 days after recalling some Chevy Cobalts and Pontiac G5s, GM has added 5 new models: the Saturn Ion, Chevrolet HHR, Pontiac Solstice, Saturn Sky, and the Pontiac Pursuit, sold in Canada.
As it comes out that this was an issue they're aware of, that they didn't take enough action to prevent, that's a big problem. It's going to be a problem in lawsuits, and it's going to be a problem in terms of their public image.
As we reported earlier this month, GM first began an inquiry into this issue in 2004, but it was closed with no action. A year later, a service bulletin went out saying there was potential for the driver to inadvertently turn off the ignition. New incidents were discovered in 2007, and in 2010, GM discontinued the Cobalt. Now, 4 years later, the recalls. GM says it's deeply sorry, acknowledging the process employed to examine this phenomenon was not as robust as it should have been.
When they realized there was a problem with this ignition, somebody should have said, let's find every vehicle that uses this particular part, let's find out if there's a problem, and if so, do the recall.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which also had the power to issue a recall and did not, says it's reviewing the latest documents and is now in communication with GM. Nora and Charlie.
All right, Jeff Glor, thank you.